What is up, Jag fans? Man, it is chat is popping early in here. That's what I'm talking about, boys. I appreciate you guys being here. I think we have some stuff to talk about, if I'm not mistaken. But shout out to you guys that are here in the chat. Before we jump into everything, Urban Meyer, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, follow on YouTube, subscribe, all that stuff. I do appreciate the enthusiasm here, talking about our coach and some of the things that he's done. I want to hit some of these early comments. Bradley Williams has made it. A Sharpshooter says, yo. Bradley Williams was the first one. Justin says, yikes. Gator Chomp says, yo. Josu Rivera says, the GOAT of YouTube is here. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Nolly Full Cab, who's a member, by the way. He's a member. He says, Dad. Not me. I hope not. Justin says, save us, Jason. It can never be simple with the Jags. Eric Bieniemy season. Brian Dovall. Busy pod day for Jags. LOL, plenty of news. Everyone go thumbs up this video. Like Urban thumbed up. That. Come on, Nolly. All right. Okay. So, obviously, not great for Urban, this news coming out. Let me just guys tell you how I feel with it, okay? And this is how I felt from the very beginning. Since I heard the news, this is legit how I feel. I could care less what the guy does with his free time. I don't care that he didn't fly the plane back with the team. If you want to get into the morality of should he been messing around with that girl because he's married, look, that's for you. Can be the judge of that if you want. I'm not going to get into the business of judging people. That's not my job. It's never been my job. We don't know what's going on at home with him and his wife. I don't even care, to be honest. Here's where I have the problem, and I'm the biggest defender of Urban Meyer that there has been. Okay, so I'm always like, yo, chill. You know, I wasn't too happy about the Jags fans piling on. I gotta check my chicken here. My chicken wasn't done cooking. I have chicken in the oven, so I might have to put it on in about a couple minutes. Don't let me forget about my chicken, okay? If I forget and burn my house down, I'm gonna be mad at y'all. All right, let's give it like 7 minutes. Okay, anyways. So my problem with Urban is this. Like, bro, you make too much money to be in a situation where someone can videotaping you doing something wrong without you knowing. Okay? Like, I know it was his restaurant, and I know that it was his boys, and I know there was alcohol involved. But, dude, you still make too much money for something like that to happen to you. I say the same thing about pro athletes. You make too much money to be caught driving drunk. Get an Uber. Like, Urban, the Jaguars are paying you like $8 million, bro. Go to a place that has a VIP section where no one can video you. Like, is it that hard? Like, I feel like I wouldn't do that. But if I were to do something like that, I would make sure that I had all of my things like ducks in a row so that something like that couldn't happen. I don't care that he wasn't watching film on a Saturday night. I don't care that he told his team that he was going to be with his grandkids. Don't care about any of that. I don't even care that what he was doing with the girl. I could care less. It was just either stupid or arrogant. And either way, I'm not happy with it. It's the same thing that I say about players that do dumb things and get caught. You're either stupid or you're arrogant. And either way, like, you got to fix that. I'll kind of tell you what I think, which one it is for Urban here in a second. But I want to get to some more of these comments because I know you guys are spicy and I know you guys are like ready to put your opinion out there, which I love. This show's all about the fans, so I want to hear what you guys have to say. Steve Boston with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. Steve is a big supporter of the channel. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. He says, linebacker has been lackluster. Jalen Smith is available since the Cowboys cut him. Why? I don't know. Should the Jags go for him? That seems like the kind of addition that you would make if you're a team that's trying to make a run at the playoffs, and I don't know if the Jags are necessarily trying to do that. I think the Jags are like just trying to improve every week. I don't think they care as much about wins as we do, which is sad, but it's the reality of it. So I don't think they go after a guy like Jalen Smith unless there's an injury or something like that. Thank you for the $5, Steve. I always appreciate it. Sav Jack says, I need some optimism. Save us, Jason. Here's some optimism. The fact that Urban Meyer is out there messing around with a young blonde at a bar has no weight or bearing or effect on this team whatsoever. The fact that it got national traction I guess something needed to happen. I mean, it's the biggest story until the next biggest story happens, right? Urban Meyer, people love to hate Urban Meyer. I'm going to get on the Jags fans here in a second, okay? Jags fans are not off the hook on this. That's everyone, okay? But I want to get to some of these comments here. Bradley Williams says, "What's good?" apparently, apparently Urban Meyer's spitting game is pretty good. No, the Ledger says he went from Urban Meyer to Urban Finger. Okay. It's okay. Daniel Speed, I like this comment, Daniel. He says it's about leadership. You cannot preach something and not live up to it. Now, that's a fair point, and that's where I think Jags fans have the right to be upset. But what's he's not preaching to the players, be a man of integrity. That's not, I mean, who cares about that? He's preaching about ownership. He's preaching about doing your job. Like, Urban is still doing his job. Urban owned it. Although it was a weird apology. He apologized for like putting himself in that position. He apologized for the distraction. It didn't really Urban just never comes across as sincere, which is the problem for Urban a lot of times. Daniel Speed said he lost the locker room. I've had a couple people tell me that Urban's lost the locker room, and maybe that's true. I don't have any inside source. I did hear Dan Hicken this morning on the radio, local radio writer on the news, all that stuff. He said he spoke to a couple Jags players, and they said that they didn't care less about what happened. They said they didn't even know he wasn't on the plane. They said none of that matters. So I don't know. It just seems like the players don't really care that much. No, the Ledger says, I'm happy for the guy. Let the man live. Besides, she was hot, and she didn't seem to mind anyways. No, the Ledge, I feel like me and you were kind of on the same page there for sure. Daniel Speed said he's 60 and she's 19. That probably garners him more respect from the locker room, if I had to guess. DJM says, Jason son. Nolly Full Cap says, preach, my guy. All right. Brad, I appreciate it, Nolly. Bradley Williams says, he needs to be watching game film, my man. We're 0-4, so why are you messing around in a club? Okay. Now, I was almost with that argument for a little bit today, but it was a Saturday night, late on a Saturday night. Do you want this dude watching film? Like, the dude had a heart attack last time he was cared about his job this much. Let the man have a Saturday night, okay? Like here's my thing with Jags fans, okay? And I honestly believe this, right? I believe that Jags fans are so used to misery and being down in the dumps that they don't know anything else. Like, they don't know anything else besides reactionary anger to everything that happens. If Urban Meyer was 4-0, no one would even care. No one would care at all. But I think Jags fans have become so accustomed to losing, so accustomed to misery, right? You see people that are like in life that are like lazy and people that just love to play the victim. And they actually would rather be sick and get sympathy from people than fix themselves. I fear, but the way that Jags fans, look at the way that Jags fans just ping pong from person to person. Tom Coughlin, Gus Bradley, Doug Marrone, Gardner Minshew, Blake Bortles, Shad Khan, Urban Meyer. They just ping pong from person to person because they have to like release this like hate towards somebody. And right now it's Urban Meyer. He's 0-4. He looked stupid. The national media is making fun of us. And now this angry fan base is now lashing out at the next person. I get it. Like, I'm not like blaming the fan base for doing it. But like, that's how you run off people. That's how you run off a franchise. That's how you run off an owner. Like, can we just sit back and enjoy the fact that we have an NFL team in our city? Can we at least sit back the fact that like our team, we have a team that we're rooting for? The way that Jags fans are in here like, oh, Urban Meyer deserves to be fired. How could he? Urban Meyer's a jerk. Like, relax, dude. Like, relax. He's a man. Come on. All right. I'm taking a little 2-second break. I got to get my chicken out of the oven. All right. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. But, a grown man's got to eat, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Jags fans. Maybe I am. It just seems like they're always looking for the next victim. They're always looking to play the victim and the next person to blame. I don't know. DJ M says he wants chicken. Yeah, chicken was pretty good. It's going to be good. I got some nice seasoning on it. Yeah, it's pretty good. A sharpshooter. Jason was just spitting right there. Thank you. I should put a little beat to it. Maybe do a little rap. Andrew says Urban is not a man. He's a clown. Dude, that's fair, bro. You're entitled to your opinion. Definitely. I mean, he's creating a sideshow. He's creating a distraction. He is. I mean, I don't necessarily think it would be a distraction if the team was winning, but you're right. So, hey, look, you have the right to that opinion. Error score says, so what's going on, everyone? I think you know what's going on. Nolly Full Cab with the Blake Bortles spam with the emojis. Bro, I appreciate it, Nolly. Look, don't you guys want to be members so you can spam some Blake Bortles emoji? I don't know. They're just called emojis. I don't know. Nolly Full Cab says, become a channel member so you can post Bortles emojis like me. Look, dude, you're doing a great job, Nolly, of selling it. Jordan Main says, Moon Illusions, if we lose, he's definitely gone. Robert Adrick says, go Dogs. Daniel Speed says, dude is literally on pace for an 0-16, and he's protecting him because he's a man. I don't know. Look, I'm not saying I'm protecting him. Let's just say I'm defending him. Is that fair? I don't think he'll go 0-16, and I don't think this roster is very good. And I don't think this roster even has the ability to be good in 1 year. So, yeah, maybe I am defending him. I'll take that stance. Look, I'm okay with that. Look, I like Urban Meyer. I was huge on Urban Meyer coming here to Jacksonville. I think he could be a good NFL coach. And he's definitely a hell of a lot better than any coach that we were going to bring in. Eric Bieniemy. Go out there, fire him and get Eric. What makes you think Eric Bieniemy would want to come here? We just assume that because there's an open vacancy job that any coach we want is going to come here. That's not how it works. That is not how it works. Why do you think we kept Doug Marrone? You think it's because Shad Khan wanted to keep Doug Marrone around? It's because it was a lame duck franchise with no quarterback and no coaches wanted to come here. Well, we got Trevor Lawrence, so we'd be able to get a coach now. Not as easy as you think. If I'm Eric Bieniemy, I'm not coming to Jacksonville. I'm waiting for a good job. I'd rather go to Detroit where I can get a first-round pick next year, a quarterback next year. I'd rather go Jags fans just think that, okay, Urban sucks, let's just get the next guy. You're not going to get a guy better than Urban. And if Urban ends up being bad, we got to at least give him a year. I mean, if the dude goes 0-16, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not necessarily happy with Urban's in-game adjustments. I'm not necessarily with the decisions he makes with the roster. His timing is weird, but I'm not going to punt him away after 4 games. I've watched football long enough to know that you cannot just get rid of your coach after 4 games, and you can't just keep firing your coach and keep firing your GM and keep firing your coach. That's not what a sustainable franchise does. It's not. If you look around the league, no one does that. That's good. Something to think about. Daniel Speed said, excuse me, 0-17. Okay. No, the Ledge says, it would suck if this guy lost his job over a harmless lap dance. That's kind of what I'm saying. Noah Nooner. Okay, if Jags fans ragging on him too hard is the case, would you accept this situation leading to a possible hire of Bieniemy or Brady? I don't know. I don't think Bieniemy would want to come here. I don't. Tallahassee at Depression Gaming says, we all done dumb stuff when drunk. Dude, thank you, bro. That's my other gripe with all these Jags fans that are oh my God, how dare he? Bro, what would you be doing in that situation? Excuse me, hot young lady. And if you had, I am not about this. My moral compass is telling me, no, don't do this. I'm married. Maybe that's how we should be. But is it how you would be? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Bruce Wayne, do you agree with UCF Jaguar who said today that he doesn't know if Meyer makes it out of this season? If he has another, issue, if he has another if something like this happens again, I think he's gone. But like I said, it was just stupid of him. It was stupid. I don't think he's a bad person. It's just stupid, bro. You make too much money to be doing something like that in public where some random dude can just video you and post it on Twitter. You make way too much money for that. Hire a bunch of security guards to stand around you in a semicircle. So if something like that is happening, then no one can see it. You got to be smarter than that. And the only reason why I rag on him for that, like I said, I rag on players for doing the same thing. I rag on a player for failing a drug test. I rag on a player for getting a DUI. I rag on a player for any of that stuff because you got to be smarter than that. Urban might just be arrogant. Like, Urban just might not, like, have we ever thought about this? Urban just might not care at all what anyone thinks. I mean, he brought in the strength coach from Iowa, didn't care what anyone thinks. That didn't work out. He everything he does, he brings in Tebow, doesn't care what people think. He just might simply not care what like, what was when he had the coordinator in Ohio State that was hitting his wife and he knew about it. I just don't think he cares as much as we do. And maybe that's not good. And maybe that's a fault of his. But the dude wins. And at some point, you got to like weigh the scale. Like, am I okay with my coach getting a lap dance from a 19-year-old if it means we win down in the future? I know it's hard to put that scale now because we're not winning. But this team is not very good. This roster is not very good. I mean, every team we play has a much better roster than we do. Well, all we can do is hope that Trevor Lawrence turns into that, takes that next step the way that Justin Herbert has this year, or Kyler Murray, the guy that just like takes that. I think Trevor Lawrence will, but we got to be patient. We just got to be a little bit patient. DJ M says, I want to see Urban on Jerry Springer. No, the Ledge says, I would have done the same thing Urban did. I'd like to say that I would respect my wife, that I wouldn't. That's what I'd like to say. Bradley Williams, bro, it was his bar. Yeah, but he let someone in his bar that was obviously not on his side because they posted that video of him. So, yeah, it's your bar. Bro, kick everyone out. Hey, I'm having a guys' night. I can't afford to have any negative publicity. We're closing the bar early, boys. It's just me, the boys, and whatever the chick. Do that. Do that. That's all I'm saying. Sav Jack says, we need to keep Urban. We need a creative offensive coordinator and a new defensive coordinator. I agree with you. I think we do need to keep Urban. I don't really necessarily blame our coordinators. I'm going to be honest with you. I just don't think this team is very talented. I just don't. I don't think any of our starters, if you put them on any other team, would start. You look at like maybe a guy like Miles Jack who's been playing poorly. Maybe a guy like Shaq Griffin, Rayshawn Jenkins maybe on defense. Like who else? Josh Allen. Besides those guys, who would start on another team? You look on offense with losing DJ Chark. Who do we have that's any good? It's just not a very talented roster. It's not Urban's fault. Urban knew this wasn't going to be an overnight rebuild. It takes time. Anything good is built over time, right? What's more important to me than Urban Meyer hitting goals that we all have, right? We want him to win. Win 5 games, win 6 games, make the playoffs in year 2. Rather than like those goals for me, I'm more about seeing Urban implement systems in place that work. Like implementing a system of drafting, talent that ends up being good, or bringing in free agents that can be leaders in the locker room and like elevates the players around him. Like those types of systems, I want to see him implement more than like win this many games, or that's more create a system where Trevor Lawrence develops at a high rate. That's kind of more what I'm into than goals, and I think that's how it should be, to be honest. If I missed your comment and it was a good one, repost it in the chat and I'll try to catch it. This is a very excited chat today, this is my favorite. This is my favorite type. I'm going to stop ranting, okay? I'm going to stop ranting. That's the goal. I'm going to drink my LaCroix because I'm a moral guy and I don't do anything dumb while drinking, and I'm going to read your comments. Brett E. says he should have been on the plane. You got 2 players who had big injuries, and as a CEO of this team who is making 8 figures, you got to ride with your team when it shows he's not 100% into this job. Now, Brett, I would agree with you any other game. But the Thursday night game, when he's got a long weekend and he's already near his hometown, I just think that might be the one exception. But I do see where you're coming from. Because you got a lot of other players took long weekends too. Urban wasn't the only one. Like a lot of guys flew in and then left, or flew somewhere else. Like Jihad Ward said, they have no idea who's on the plane. They don't know. They have no clue who's on the plane. So if Urban was there, like, would it really matter? It would just be my only like counter question, I guess. Jeff Singer, the only issue I had with his actions was not taking the flight home with his team. Okay, and that seems to be like the thing. Okay, that's fine. And look, maybe a good leader would have done that, and I'm on board with that. Okay. All right, that's fine. Bruce Wayne says it was Urban's own bar, and there was a huge picture of him and his wife on the wall while it was happening. Yeah, I can't imagine what that conversation was like. But look, I can't imagine. this is like the first time something like this has happened. I'd imagine if he's that reckless with his behavior, where he's in a situation where someone can video it and post it on Twitter, I'm sure this isn't the first issue Urban has had with like something like this. I'm just guessing. I know nothing. Robert Adsert, he let the damn team go home after a loss without him. Oh, I lost it. Crap. Oh, here we go. He should be figuring out what happened in the second half. Okay. Know the Ledge says, realistically, you are 100,000% correct. Speaking to Brett E. I'm just saying the woman's super hot. It's hard for me to be mad at him. Know the Ledge. I think me and you are mind melding right now. DJM, guys, she was a Bengals fan. It was a setup. Oh, I knew it. I knew there was a conspiracy in there somewhere. Not like Full Cap says, I don't care what he did at the bar. I don't care that he wasn't on the plane. I do think it's a bad look that they canceled a team meeting today for all this BS. Yeah, that's fair. And again, the issue with Urban is like one of his coaching philosophies is like he tries to like take emotions out of like everything, which I think is a great strategy. When it comes to like running a business or running a team or being a coach, you can't be emotional, right? Urban like takes emotions out of like things. So when he goes and like apologizes, he just seems like a freaking robot with no soul. Oh man. Moon Illusions. Let's beat the tax, boys. Dude, I think we're going to come out there and just like roll the Titans, bro. I can just see it happening. And then what? You won't hear a single word about Urban. You will not hear a single word about Urban, or something else will happen in the NFL. Some other coach will do something stupid, and look, that's how sensationalized media is. I just hate that Jags fans didn't do anything to like help that. But to be fair, that would have happened in any fan base. So I can't say I can't blame the Jags fans. I don't know. I didn't like to see some guys that I respect on Twitter not protecting the team, I guess, is how Pete Carroll would say it. Base Mover says, at least we all know if something happens again, he's most likely will be fired. That's true. Justin says, forgive the man and move on. Thank you, Justin. Thank you. That was well said. Very mature right there. Daniel Speed, the Giants and the Jets won this weekend. Are they better than us, roster to roster? I mean, I would say the Jets are better than us, and I would say the Giants are better than us. I mean, I can think of a bunch of skill. I would rather have Saquon Barkley, Kadarius Toney, Evan Ingram. I'd rather have all those guys than the offensive players that we have. Daniel Jones is a more experienced player in the league than Trevor Lawrence. Offensive line for the Giants is kind of shaky, but their receivers are pretty good. Kenny Galladay, are you kidding me? I would trade those receivers in a second. When it comes to the Jets, I mean, they're in a very similar position than us. I think their defense is much better than ours. I mean, they got players that would definitely be starting on our defense. I don't think the Jets are much better than us, but I don't think we were very far from a win last week. So I don't think we're that far off from a win. But it's a good point. It's a good point. John Johnson says, bro, he messes up. Can we move on? Or are we trying to run him away or something? Yeah, I mean, I think that's my problem. Jags fans are, like I said, Jags fans are so used to being hurt and betrayed and let down that I think they're just trying to get out in front of this Urban Meyer thing before like they can get hurt by him. You know what I mean? Like, is that weird? Am I weird going there? Am I getting a little too like psychological here with Jags fans? Like, does it seem like they're trying to run out Urban before they can be let down by him? That's what it kind of seems like. Reth Kim says, I just want to talk purely about the Titans and not going to distract myself with the situation with Urban. Reth, I would love nothing more than that. But I have to admit that this has been the most active chat I think I've ever had up for a live show. So we'll be talking about the Titans this week when it comes to the next couple days. I'll probably do a show. What's today? Tuesday. I'll probably do a show Thursday or Friday. Maybe tomorrow. I've been doing some back-to-backers. You never know. I might do one tomorrow. Well, let's talk about the Titans tomorrow. How about that? Y'all cool with that? Tomorrow night at 9, we'll talk about the Titans. Nothing but the Titans tomorrow. Jay Coop says, go Gators. What the heck is Urban doing? LOL. I don't know. The Gators lost too. I'm not sure. Maybe you're being facetious there, maybe? I don't know. Josh, if I was a player, I would... I mean, I keep messing up the chat here. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Josh. I'm back. If I was a player, I would care less about what my head coach does in his off time and whether or not he flies back. All I would care about as a player is if he is leading my team in the right direction. I think that's how most players are viewing it. And from, like I said, the only information I have is Dan Hickens spoke pretty candidly on the radio this morning saying that's the sentiment that he got from talking to Jaguars players. So I'll go with it. Jeff Singer says, especially after a loss, but I'm still on the Urban train. Yeah, that's true. Coaches go back to work, not the players, especially after a loss. Okay. And that's the thing that initially did make me mad too. I was like, bro, if I'm got a chance to coach in the NFL and I'm 0-4, like I'm not doing anything during the season. I'm studying film. I'm looking at things. I'm getting better. But I can't blame a guy for going out with his buddies on a Saturday night. Like, I can't, man. I just can't bring myself to do that. Undisputed says, I got kicked off UCF Jaguars chat for saying exactly what you said about how the fans are acting. Woo-hoo. Hey, how about me and UCF Jaguar will do a show together, and I'll say it, and he can't kick me off because I'll be on his show. How about that? Hey, Undisputed, it's all right, bro. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Know the Ledge says, facts, bro. John Johnson says, duh, is a setup. Who doesn't know I am in Ohio? Urban Meyer, UM, yeah. Dude, some 19-year-old was like, dude, it's Urban Meyer. I'm about to dance on him. I don't know. Kevin Thibodeau, who is a member of the channel, says, not sure if you answered this. Had to do something, but they said he lost the team. Is that true, and what's your opinion? I think I saw one writer say that one unnamed source said that he didn't have respect in the locker room. Something I was taught a long time ago, covering sports and coaching and things like that, and really just life. If a writer or someone can't give you a source of information, I give it absolutely zero credibility. Zero. Like I was talking about, Dan Hicken said he talked face-to-face with Jihad Ward, and Jihad Ward said nobody cared about it. I would put much more stock into that and someone that can give their source than some guy who said an unnamed source. It could have been freaking Josh Lambo. If I'm Josh Lambo, I'm ripping Urban Meyer a new one every chance I get as an unnamed source. You kidding me? Come on, guys. Jay Coop says, DJM is my stage name. Who took it? LOL. I like it. Mako21 says, people are acting like he assaulted these women. People need to relax. Remember, freaking Deshaun Watson is out there messaging people and going to massage parlors, and people are like, oh, maybe he'll come back. The Dolphins should trade for him. He's got a lot. Where are our priorities? That's what I'm trying to say. Where are people? It's sensationalism. I'm calming down here. Sorry, guys. Brett E., you don't see Tomlin, Belichick, or any other NFL coach doing that. That's fair. That's fair. Or maybe they're just smart enough from to like, you know, not get caught. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not saying they do. I feel like if I was in Urban Meyer's position, it'd be a no-brainer to be like, hey, there's a chick coming to dance, and I'd be like, oh, hey, can you chill till we go to like somewhere else where we can get a VIP room, or kick everyone out, wait till closing? Like, I don't know. John Johnson says UCF Jaguar kicking people from the chat. Wow. Well, UCF Jaguar has a crap ton of people in his chat, so he's able to do that. Nick F., I hope A.J. Brown and Julio miss next week and we roll the Titans so this Urban deal blows over. I was about to comment on Derrick Henry, but I'll read Rubicon Racer's comment here. He says, screw Henry. Like I said on UCF's chat, we need to go back to the Jags that hurt Big Ben's career and make teams lose their playoff chances. Yeah, Derrick Henry's going to be tough to stop. I mean, I know he didn't have a great game last week, but dude, the dude is disgusting, bro. They're just straight lining him up in Wildcat and just snapping him the ball. Like, it's like, okay, why even put a quarterback on the field? If you know we're gonna run, let's just Wildcat. I hope we can stop him. He's one of the best running backs in the league, though. A Sharpshooter says, nah, I'm keeping Lawrence over Jones. Me too. Jay Coop says Urban is human, just like all of us. January Man says UCF didn't kick anyone off a chat. Okay. I wasn't there. I was cooking I went to the gym, and then I was cooking my chicken, trying to get it done before the show started, which I did not do. I failed. I thought I'd cook it faster. I thought I'd cook 3 chicken breasts so I could eat some for lunch tomorrow. Didn't get it done, but I appreciate you guys bearing with me. Jesus is King says, can we all gang up on the media and have them have a taste of their own medicine? That's how I feel about the media. Don't get me started on the media. Jesus is King. I'm having a difficult time not ranting as it is. Base Mover says, yes, please. Undisputed said, Yes, he did. Him or one of the moderators did and wouldn't let me post anymore. Okay, I don't know. I'm not getting into that. Sorry. Base Mover says, more Titan talk. Base Mover, we're going to talk about the Titans all night tomorrow. Like I said, it's news. It's Jags news. I want to get y'all's thoughts. People have a lot of thoughts about Urban Meyer. So I want to get y'all's thoughts on Urban Meyer and this situation. I'll stop talking. Sav Jack says, national media really hates Urban Meyer. That is true. Robert Atzert, problem is fans protect the players. We want Jags to succeed for the players, and we want a coach that's all ball, not where he can put them. So Robert Atzert saying that we, the fans, protect the players, and it's not our job to protect the coach, and that's his job. He's a grown man. He should do that himself. That might be a fair point there. Nick F., I just want Urban and Trent Baalke to make us a great team. My gut feeling from both hires wasn't great, and it's only gotten worse since the draft/trades we've made. I want my gut to be wrong so badly. I think, Nick F., that's where a lot of people are at. And I think that's why there might be some anger boiling over, is because of that very thing. Is a lot of people had that same kind of thought, like, Urban Meyer's not a great guy. He's not very trustworthy, and he does things like this, and it doesn't help that. Harley Morell, you are killing it this year, brother. Can't wait to see the channel keep on growing. Dude, Harley, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. It's really not me. It's really you guys. I mean, you guys come in the chat. You guys get spicy, and you guys comment. I always dreamed of, like, when I was younger, as like a channel or a show where, like, they actually interacted with fans. Like, as our local radio station grew, they kind of grew further and further away from the fans, and they became more about, like, sponsorships and saying what the team wanted them to say and things like that. So I appreciate it, Harley. Thank you. Kevin Thibodeau, I figured that's why I went around after work to look, but I wanted to ask. Okay. I'm way behind on comments, guys. I apologize. Reth Kim says, to be honest, if the Jaguars win this Sunday, the distraction is all gone. This is a mistake, likely under alcohol influence. Those with an agenda will be damn if a player gets swept under the rug. Yeah, that's true. And I think that's the problem, is there's a lot of people there with agendas for sure. Tuggernut, people are acting like coaches have to be coaches 24/7. Let the man live. And yeah, Watson is getting less heat than Urban. That's right. Base Mover says, this world is messed up. Daniel Speed says, Robert Kraft won 6 Super Bowls. He earned a trip to the massage parlor. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's so much worse out there than my man getting a lap dance. That's not even a lap dance. That was like I don't even know what that was. I have no experience in that area. Daniel Speed, Robert Kraft. Oh, yeah, I got that one. Robert Adzert. Just the owner Kraft didn't even go to a nice massage place. The Rubicon Rachel, LOL, true. A guy can hope, though, right? Nolly Full Cab. Dude, go eat your chicken. It's okay, bro. I'll just heat it in the microwave like a peasant. Daniel Speed. Earn the right to be arrogant and dumb is all I'm saying. Okay, that's fair. Jersey Jaguar. I want to win. I love this team too much. I just can't take the losing and dysfunction. I don't care what Urban did. It's a dumb story, says Jesus is King. Oh, and he's with $2 super chat. Thank you, Jesus King, for the $2. I don't care what Urban did. It's a dumb story. Look, Jesus, that's kind of what I was saying earlier in the show. Dude, I am not in any position to judge people. I try my best not to judge people. I don't know what they're going through. I don't know what Shelly and Urban are going through. I don't care. I care about winning football games. And I guess my biggest issue with all of this is how people are just like trying to make a story out of honestly nothing, especially comparatively, like we talked about, to Deshaun Watson and Robert Kraft. And those dudes are slime balls, bro. I want nothing to do with them. Like, I wouldn't even want Deshaun Watson if he wanted to come here. Like, I don't understand why these Dolphins fans or who else, Eagles fans, these other people, like, I don't want that clown. Heck no, bro. Weirdo. Freaking messaging girls. Get out of here, dude. Predator. Duval. Did we sign Jalen Smith? Maybe. I mean, they did pick up. I mean, they've been picking up more free agents than I thought they would. I mean, they picked up Hollister, picked up Johnson. They are going after guys that are getting cut. So maybe there is a chance. Maybe I discounted a little too quickly. Reth Kim says, for information, the Cowboys just released Jalen Smith. We need a linebacker. Nick F., you are correct, though. If start to really win a bunch of games, nobody in this fan base will give a single F about what Urban does or players. That's true. Answer. What's crazy is I worked at Gainesville for 10 years, and Urban was always really nice and really religious. It was just a shock. Yeah, I mean, he always does talk about that sort of thing, but, bro, we've all made mistakes. It just sucks that he's 60 and he made it being videoed and it went viral. Tuggernut. A little off topic, but do you see Did you see Judon against the Bucks? That was a big miss for us in free agency. Yeah. Yeah. Judon was great, says Skunk Man. Yeah, it was. That was a big miss. Matthew Judon was a guy that a lot of people kind of identified as the Jags going after. I mean, you can't win every time. That's Urban. Robert, but did he really lose at the bottom line? I mean, the dude's making a lot of money. I mean, again, we put ourselves in that situation and we were like, yeah, we would care about our reputation. We would want people to look at us in a positive light. We would want people to trust us. We wouldn't want people seeing us do that if we're married. But like I said, dude, maybe Urban just does not care. Everything that he does, everywhere he's been, has been like he just does not care what other people think. And that may be what makes him win at times. I don't know. I just don't think he cares. Robert Ashford, I think a lot of our fans cheat. LOL, my wife has a shotgun. Better be careful then, Robert. Know the ledge. Why is no one mad at the woman she knew Urban was married? Bro, come on. She's 19. Kevin Thibodeau. Overall, still positive about the Jags with Trevor. Anything is possible. Just want more weapons for him. Yeah, I mean, that's what it really comes down to. Trevor looks good. We need more weapons for him. The Titans don't look that great. The Colts don't look that great. The Texans don't look that great. I mean, this division is not really trending up, which is good for us. So, well, I think the future is bright. I'm with you there. I'm still positive, too. Know the ledge. Just because he's religious doesn't make him perfect. And it's not like he committed some horrible sin or something. That's true. That's true. Like, if he, I don't know, like, if he had walked into a strip club and, like, someone videoed him, like, walking into a strip club, would the same type of backlash have happened if there wasn't a video of it happening? I don't know. I don't know. DJM is just mad. Harley Morrell. ESPN said the guy who posted the viral video about Urban on Twitter created just for the video. Then the account disappeared. Hashtag Hitman. Yeah, I mean, someone was out there trying to put it out there for sure. Brett E, I don't care about the lap dance, but it obviously wasn't too devastating of a loss if he's got time to skip the flight and eat dinner with the family and go out and party. Okay, and again, I think that's the part that people are most upset about is him not flying on the plane. I don't take too much exception to that because he is from that area. It was a long weekend. A lot of players said that they had weekend plans and they weren't in Jacksonville either. So it wasn't like he was the only one doing that. It wasn't like he was skipping out on team meetings or anything like that. I don't know. Harley Morrell just says, LOL. Jeff Singer says, maybe he's in an open relationship. We have no idea. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of what I was trying to say. Like, we have no clue, like, what's going on in this dude's family. I mean, I hope he's not, but I mean, again, I don't judge. Junior Jags Press. What up, Junior Jags Press? He says, we just need a win on Sunday, then it's all over on this distraction. If we lose, it's going to look bad on Urban Meyer. That's true. There's a lot riding on this game. This distraction exponentially put a microscope on this next game with the Titans. That's why I think they come out and win. I think the team just wins it for him. I think they have to, man. Poor guy, dude. I mean, I feel like they feel for him. You think these players are perfect too? Robert Atcher said, Urban's wife said boys' night out, they might have an agreement. Hey, $8 million talks, if you know what I'm saying. No, the ledge says maybe he went out and partied because he needed to blow off steam from all the losing. Oh, maybe. And maybe that makes him a better coach. And if that's the case, do we care if he does that? I don't care if he does it. Just be smart enough to not have someone video you, whatever that takes. If it takes you kicking everyone out of your restaurant, if it takes you getting a VIP section, if it takes you creating a cell phone jammer installed in your restaurant where people can't use their cell phones, do that. I don't know, but be smarter than just recklessly going out acting irresponsible. Daniel Speed, he's a grown man. He made his choice. We all stated this. If you win, no one cares. You get fined and it's over. Just win. Okay. DJM, none of this would have happened if Tebow and Gardner were still here. Oh, that's so true. That's so true. Harley Morrell, his wife was liking stuff on Twitter saying she doesn't deserve this. Urban's press conference was pretty depressing. That's true. It was. Scuffy McTugboat. Love the name. It says RT. I don't know what that means, but I just wanted to read your name. Brett E. He skipped a meeting today because of that decision. Okay. So now that decision did have a rollover effect into meetings, and maybe that's where the line does get crossed, maybe. So maybe he did do that. Yeah. Scuffy McTugboat says, you mean Tebow's coach and Gardner at quarterback? I don't think that's what he meant. No, the Ledge says, it just seems to me like a lot of NFL pundits haven't liked Urban since day one. They were just wanting for something like this to happen so they can bash him. Tuggernut says, I'm not letting the Urban thing bother me because I'm still too hyped about the way Trevor played. Never seen a quarterback juke a player like he did for that touchdown. That's true, man. That's true. Trevor looks good. I'm super excited about Trevor. I mean, all my videos have just been like Trevor Love Fest because I just think he's been absolutely amazing this year, and he's going to keep getting better. And I know he throws interceptions. I don't care. I don't care. Just keep throwing the ball. Bruce Wayne, if I was on the team, I would have respected him more for it. It makes him more relatable to the majority of us. That's true. Former Florida State player James Coleman, who we've had on a show with us before, said that he respected Urban more because of it. So, I don't know. He actually played in the NFL, so maybe his opinion is more accurately than anyone on Twitter who has a check mark and is 5'4". Nothing against you 5'4" people out there. I have nothing against you. Harley Morell, keep Trevor happy and we're Gucci. That's true. Very true. Scuffy McTugboat, of the Jags win, all this is over. A win cures all. Robert Atchert, Tebow dragging Urban to church after the game Sunday. Jags fan Established 96 says it's not like he went to jail or did anything illegal. A story for nothing. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was trying to say. Like, I feel like this is all just because there's nothing else going on out there right now. Harley Morell, everyone kill the likes on the vid. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, hit that thumbs up. It does help the algorithm put it on more people's pages. Everyone needs a little bit of, yelling in their life, right? DJM, as in Tebow would Tebow's getting brought up a lot today. As in Tebow would confront Urban and who needs a lap dance from a hot blonde when you have Minshew. No homo. Reth Kim says, if you have to say something about Urban in the past decade, we had coaches say the team is improving, but don't. Urban is the only one that broken the cycle and the team is improving. Yeah, I'm with you there. Like, I feel like Urban is having this team trending in the right direction. People seem to like it here as players. I don't know. I mean, this goes back to kind of what I was saying earlier. Like, I don't know how many coaches would want to come here. I mean, we're having a history of firing coaches after a couple of years. Marone got a long extension, but I mean, we've gone through how many coaches in the last 10 years? So this isn't exactly a very attractive job, even though Trevor's here. So I just don't think it's that easy to just go out there and just pick up a quarterback or a coach because you need one. You might have to settle for like a promoting Darrell Bevell or a Charlie Strong. Like, it's not going to be that easy. Israel Otero says Urban needs to go back and do what he does best, coach college. Okay, maybe. Maybe in the college town helps him out a little bit. I can't imagine the amount of trouble he got in college towns that we just don't know about if he's willing to do that. I don't know. DJM says, can we trade DJ and pick a pick for Michael Thomas already? DJ Chark, the guy with the fractured ankle? I don't know if he has much trade value anymore. I actually think there's a better chance of him being on this team next year now because I think that he was playing like not that great and he was going to probably get a deal in free agency that was worth more than the Jaguars would give him. But I think now that he's injured, there's a chance that the Jaguars are able to re-sign him pretty cheap because I don't necessarily think there's going to be a demand for him anymore. So as a Jags fan, the fractured ankle may help his cause staying here. For DJ Chark, obviously, it's the worst thing that could have happened to him in his contract year. All right. Sorry, my Ring camera in my backyard got an alert. Just making sure no one's trying to steal my chicken. Okay. All right, no one's stealing my chicken. All right, good. All right. Israel Otero says, I think Meyer has lost the locker room and the players aren't buying what he's selling. Okay. You're entitled to that opinion. I don't necessarily agree with you just because I haven't seen anything that's suggested that. We one writer had an unnamed source. I mean, I know like when there's smoke, there's fire type situation, but I don't know. I'm just a little hesitant to jump on that train yet. Jay Coop says Trevor is taking over the head coaching job. The locker room will listen to him. Player coach. All right. Robert Atzert says we always hire within. Shoddy will take over. Worst case scenario. Okay. Josh L. 4 years of Gus, 4 years of Marone, 8 years of Caldwell. Job security isn't an issue in Jacksonville. Shad waits too long to fire people, if anything. Okay. So that's 2 coaches, Gus Bradley and Marone. But then you go back and Malarkey was here for a year. That was under. So Khan's been here for that long, and he's fired 3 coaches already. And if anything, the team doesn't win and they don't acquire talent. Like, a coach isn't going to want to come to a franchise that can't acquire talent, whether it be through the draft, their scouting services, or through free agency. Like, a coach doesn't want to come to a team that can't acquire talent. That's just the bottom line. I think the reason why we backdoored our way into Urban Meyer, I probably shouldn't have used that, idiom, but the reason why we backdoored our way into Urban Meyer was because of Trevor Lawrence coming here. So I don't know. Not the chicken. Go eat already, Jason's son. I know. I keep thinking about the chicken. I just gotta work out into, so my body is just fiending for some protein. Raccoon's getting that chicken. Nolly with the chicken emojis, yeah. Bruce Wayne, United, what's your opinion on the possible shading improvements of the stadium? I would personally love it. They added some sort of shade for the fans for these early season games. Dude, as someone that goes to every home game, I would love nothing more than some freaking shade at these games. The last game, it was pretty hot, and at halftime, I was like, I'm just gonna go chill in the Bud Zone, the Bud Light Zone, whatever it's called now. I actually had a good time in there. I had a pretty decent time with some buddies, but it was just too hot. I didn't want to sit in my seat and sweat. So I go down there because I like the game day experience. I like just being around other Jags fans. So, I mean, I don't care if I'm sitting in my seat or whatever, but you're right. Shade would be awesome. I just think it's a really expensive project. Like, our stadium is very wide, right? It's not like built up like some of these modern stadiums where you can just like pop a tent over it and you're just covering it. Like, we have a huge, wide stadium. It would be very expensive to get shade. And I'm sure Khan's looked into it. I mean, the guy's a business mogul. He's a billionaire. He's looked into it. He's probably waiting on something, or I don't know. Kevin Thibodeau, didn't the media say he would fail? I still do believe in Urban, though, and I don't care about this at all, really. Yeah, I think like there's a lot of people in the media that there's a lot of people in general that just love low-hanging fruit jokes. I mean, we work with them. We see them all the time. Like, they just love those low-hanging fruit jokes. It doesn't take a lot of creativity. It doesn't take a lot of, genuineness. So hating on the Jags is just something that, like, the media likes to do because it's easy. They can get easy likes. They can get easy retweets, easy clicks. So they want to kind of keep that. They want to keep the Jags in the doghouse because it helps them. It serves them for them to be like that. And you'll see teams like that all throughout all sports. It's not just the Jaguars. But I think that's where the media is trying to keep it. They're just trying to keep the Jaguars as like their little like butt of their jokes, because they feel like there's not going to be any like repercussions from hating on them. If they hated on the Cowboys or they hate on the Giants or they hate on a team like that, the fans are gonna come after them. They're gonna lose a lot of credibility with people. I just think Jacksonville's in a bad position where they're the butt of the jokes. So until we start winning consistently, I think that we're going to stay like that. And I think that's the motivation for the media kind of using it as everything that Urban does as like a joke. That's what I would say. DJ M says, man, Arnold is going to blow up Sunday. Hey, is there Pollo Loco in Florida? There used to be. I'm not sure if there is anymore. There used to be one down at the we have like a little town center in town. I actually live like really close to the beach. I'm like a beach rat. I grew up at the beach, so I stay. Our beach in Jacksonville is actually like an island, not attached to the city of Jacksonville. So we stay on the island basically. Nolly Full Cap says DJM literally everywhere, and he's laughing. Jags fan established 96 says Shad Khan made it worse with his press release saying he needed to get his trust back. I agree. And it was inexcusable. Ridiculous if you didn't know the story. You'd think he was in jail. I agree with that. I think Shad Khan was just kind of appeasing the fans and the media. But I agree. I didn't think he made it any better. Like, if he would have come out and been like, we don't care. He's a coach. We wanted him to win games. Like, that would have been just, like, awesome. And I feel like maybe he would have gotten some hate from, like, the national media. But that would have just, like, kind of galvanized the city. And maybe it would have been done better for his franchise than, like, being divisive. Shad Khan's never had a problem being divisive, though. He'll come out and say things and do things. He doesn't mind that. DJM says, that's that good chicken. Scuffy McTugboat says, a win ends all this crap. Yeah, I agree. Well, guys, I think I am going to eat my chicken. I appreciate you guys being here, hanging out. I'm sorry I didn't hit the full hour show like I like to do. But I do appreciate all you guys' comments. I mean, the comments were freaking firing tonight. Thank you for everyone that was a part via comments. Thank you for all of the super chats. Jesus is King. Ben, I appreciate it. Ben was real early. Let's see where he was at. Steve Boston was earlier. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for the super chats. I'm probably gonna do a show tomorrow if all things go the way they should, and we'll talk about the Titans tomorrow. We're done with Urban. This is the only show I wanted to do about him. I'm not gonna harp on him. I gave you my thoughts on him. I appreciate everyone that was here. Like the video, thumbs it up, subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed yet so you can get the live notifications. If you're watching this after the fact, you can be a part of the show. You can be a part of the chat, what we like to do. Thank you for everyone for wishing me the best on the chicken. I hope it tastes good. I'm gonna cook up some broccoli with it, so it should be nice and good. Thank you, you guys. I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.